Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? We are back. Well, I'm back right now. Waiting for the rest of the fellas to jump in. Welcome to the SED podcast. We're back. We've been going for a couple of weeks. Summertime was up. Fellas had obligations with their children as far as practice and karate and football um, so we took a little hiatus throughout the summertime. We did a couple of episodes in the summer just to give y'all something, but um, we're back. Football is here. Um, we're ready to give you guys our predictions this week. Um, so, with that being said, if you don't know, my team is the Detroit Lions. I rep them all the time. Me and Marv are Lions fans. Our two other homeboys, Jay and Dan, they are Cowboys fans. So we try to, um, realistically, the Cowboys have been a better team than us throughout the years. So it's kind of hard to say who's, when we give the who's better debate, we kind of stay out of that as Lions fans because, they have recently, um, including playoffs, they've been better than us. More playoff appearances in the last 20 years. Um, actually had a Super Bowl back in the early 90s, and we can't say that. So um, it's kind of tough to try to compare the two teams when the history is so different. Um, the Cowboys are America's team, and the Lions are Detroit's team. But we try to keep it fun. We try to keep it light, and it gives great conversation with that. So this week um, we are doing our predictions for the year, um, which is the divisional champs. Um, we're gonna give our MVP predictions. We're gonna talk about who needs to step up this year, as far as like having that big year. And we're gonna find a no name player, not no name player, but have a player who breaks out that we usually don't talk about. And we all gonna give our opinions on that. It might be a name it might be a name that you don't know, but we are going to do that. So, um, the biggest thing we're going to talk about is first thing we're going to talk about is something came up this summer. I think he was a track runner, a track star, who recently made news by saying that when the NBA Finals came up, and he said basically in so many words saying that they are not considered world champions. Um, and when you think about it, it kind of makes sense. They're only playing teams in the U.S. They're not playing um, European teams. They are the national champions instead of world champions. But there are a lot of people in the NBA who come from different parts of the world. So
Exactly.
exactly
Exactly.
why they will call it the world champion because you had champions like Dirk Nowitzki. You have the recent champion, the Nuggets with Joker, who's from
Right.
overseas. So
Yeah.
he don't want to say national champion. He'll say world champion because he's from somewhere different. So uh,
Right. Right.
if you quickly want to give your opinion on that.
No, I'm with you. I think it was. I think he took it out of definitely took it out of context. Of course, he was definitely having a moment. Being with what he just did against international athletes. But as far as him calling out the NBA, like, hey, let's pump the brakes a little bit. First of all, like you said, the NBA is going to take the best in the world, whether you come from Africa, China, Germany, Lithuania, anywhere, Tokyo. They're taking the best of the best. So at the end of the day, it is kind of the world because it's international. There's a lot of different athletes from different places. So I think that he was kind of having a moment, got caught up, and we're still going to take it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. And more than likely, when you see championship, I mean, I don't often hear world champs. Like even with football, of basketball. It's mostly, NFL champions or NBA champions. So I think he was really just feeling himself and kind of threw something out there, trying to see if it was stick or not. But it looked like he created more enemies than anything.
He did. I mean, but the one guy who stuck out to me the most that replied was Kevin Durant. I don't want to hear anything Kevin Durant has to say. I'm here for the Kevin Durant slander. Uh, no, but a lot of NBA players stepped up and defended that. Like, relax. I mean, we know what it really means. You want to be funny
Right,
man and say, yeah, we get you, but this is what it is. It's really, just a world champion because there are world champions who won.
right,
So
right,
that
right,
was kind
right.
of something that kind of hit the waves a little slow time chatter before we get
Yeah,
into what we're really here to talk about. What everybody wants us to talk about. Football is back, baby.
yeah, yeah.
It is here.
Football is definitely back, man.
It was here last week. It was some action games, some MAC games going on, some other games. But this is the weekend right here. Yeah. Everybody's favorite college team is playing some teams. I know we played Eastern Carolina. We went and took care of
Eastern
business. That's
Carolina.
Michigan. Uh,
Yeah.
how did Texas do? The Texas played right.
Memphis played Rice. Well, he played Rice.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Alabama played Middle Tennessee. So
I think somebody beat up on Tennessee State. Uh,
yeah, I mean there were some big games too.
yeah,
With the TCU Colorado, the prime time. It was probably the biggest game of the week.
yeah, yeah,
Definitely the biggest game of the week. We also had the Florida State and LSU game. That game was it was a wild game to watch. College football didn't disappoint. Definitely, if it wasn't for prime time, I don't know. Prime time definitely lit it up, but yeah, I think everybody's excited just to have football. So week one didn't disappoint in college at all.
What up, Zoe? It definitely didn't.
Y'all hear me?
Yep, we got you.
All right, cool.
We just kind of recapping some college stuff before we get to Prime. Well, we just go right to Coach Prime, man. He went in and did what he said he was going to do. Game one. I
Right.
won't necessarily say he shook the world because a lot of people believed in him and believe he was going to take care of business. Now, I was the ones who was shocked. I mean, you got the not defending champions, but the guy team that was just in the national championship. Grant didn't have the same quarterback, but the quarterback they had, I guess, it was pretty good. Um, but hey, Colorado took care of business. Last time I
Yeah.
seen or heard Colorado in this magnitude, and I don't know how many times, how long.
Right.
It's
Um,
been
Right.
a
I
minute.
think. Go true.
No, I was gonna say it's been a minute, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's on that train right now. Everybody hyped about Colorado. I know I am.
Right.
I just love the fact that Coach Prime he has a plan and he's sticking with it. He got them boys believing that they can go out there and play anybody. It's a good look, man. Just a little detail that I like about it is that they got the jerseys labeled D and L's on their jerseys. Of course, the D is for the dogs and the L is for the leaders. You know what I'm saying? So they went away from the C's, from the captain logo. So I found that was pretty dope, man. Shout out to Coach Prime for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. Yeah. Well, Coach Prime is doing this amazing, man. The fact that he was able to get a win on a national televised game like that, man. That's real big. I saw coaches, staff members crying on the sideline at the end of the win, man. It was a little emotional. It was a little emotional. Also, even with how the announcer was talking, I don't know if y'all was listening to the game, but I watched it at the house. Um, he said this is the best performance he's ever seen from a quarterback in that uniform. Speaking about Shador Sanders, uh,
I mean, he lit it up. I mean,
yeah,
he
yeah.
lit it up.
Yeah. So it was great also to watch Travis Hunter. I mean, I think we could be looking at two additional, Heisman candidates for the end of the season. But yeah, he lit it up 500 yards. Hunter over 100 receiving yards, also with an interception. Man.
Nice interception, man.
Right.
So yeah, he got them. He got the boys playing, man. And hate him or love him, he's getting the job done week one. And yeah, he's definitely got some people open their eyes to who he really is. Real quick, Mars not in here. I was going to talk about Michigan win really quick. I mean, we played East Carolina. I was expected to be more than 30 points scored against that team, and I have a little more questions about that offense. But win's a win. We got to talk too much about it.
Wait. Well, let me say something about my Longhorns.
Yeah, go ahead.
We played Rice. We only scored 30-some points too. Quinn Ewers, this quarterback we have, I'm not sold on him.
Oh,
I'm not sold on him. I'm not sold on him, man. It may could have been just the first game, but he missed he left a lot of points on the board, man. A lot of points on the board.
Was he the guy who got hurt for y'all last year in the opener?
Yeah, in the Alabama game. So we had his backup quarterback, Malik Murphy, number 4 with the dreads. Big, he looked like a defensive end. He has a strong arm. He came in and he looked pretty good also. I would not be upset if they moved Malik Murphy over him. I would not at all. But Quinn Ewers, he got a lot of hype behind him right now. But we got Alabama week 2, so be ready. It's going to be a big game. Big game this weekend.
It was a big game last year. True, you got anything else on college football before we go to the big dogs?
I mean, not really, to be honest with you. I only watched the Colorado game. I just watching the stat line for everybody else for the most part. But I was gonna ask New Show, what's up with the we don't have the boy Manning, the quarterback in Texas?
Oh no. It's coming in, he kind of knew it was gonna be a sit down for the first year.
Yeah.
So right now he's the third string. Right now he's the third string. But eventually what's gonna happen is that this is gonna be Quentin's last year. And then Malik Murphy, the guy that I was just speaking about, he's probably gonna transfer. He's just too good of a talent. Yeah. And next year will be Manning's year, and then after that they'll go into the SEC.
So, okay. One more thing. LSU, Florida State. Shocker.
Yeah.
Shout out to homie Brooks, man. We know he's an LSU fan. I didn't know Florida State was coming like that. 2 years after being a laughing stock, they get a good week 1 against I almost said Notre Dame against LSU. I just can't stand Brian Kelly. I'm not a fan.
I don't like Brian Kelly either, bro. I
nobody like Brian Kelly.
I don't like him, man. I don't like him, man. I don't like him. Why?
We did.
Hey, why does every coach? Was he the same one that put the accent on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got an accent on. Yeah.
The fake Louisiana accent. It's crazy because you know what the crazy part is, that watching that game, it really wasn't Brian Kelly's fault. I mean, the receivers were dropping everything. Receivers dropping everything. Quarterback running for his life. But Brian Kelly, he's a funny guy. He's a funny coach, man.
I was like ever since he told Michigan we wasn't good enough to play him in the season opener years back, and I still held that grudge. We're moving on. As Brooks said, we'll move on to something else. NFL. So we got a lot of different things to talk about. I think we'll talk about the actual players and who need to step up and break out players. Before we move on to our predictions, we got a lot of things to talk about. We'll try to keep it quick. I think I put the same. Oh, no, I didn't. So for breakout player, who's going to be that breakout guy that we don't talk? The people that we usually don't talk about. We know about the first round picks who should do their thing, but what about the other guys? The other guys that could have a year. We play a lot of Madden, so we see a lot of players develop pretty early, pretty quickly. Young guys we never heard of, or most of you heard of. I haven't heard of. Break out on there, so it's not Madden, it's real life. But who we think could be that guy?
For me, I'm gonna stay at home. I'm gonna stay local. I'm looking for that boy Jake Ferguson to be a breakout player for the Dallas Cowboys. With the departure of Dalton Schultz, Ferguson will be the lead dog as far as the tight end room goes. I'm expecting him to have a big year. Travis Kelce has already endorsed that young man. If Travis Kelce is endorsing you, then you got to be about something.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go with Jake Ferguson, man. I think he's gonna help Dak out a whole lot in that offense, and I think he's gonna be a top target out there, out here in Dallas. So,
yeah, that's a good one. I like Jake. He's in a position to do something big. Even if he can put up those numbers like Dalton Schultz did, that'll be good. My breakthrough player is going to be Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, that's who I'm going with. I just feel like the system is going to fit. He doesn't have to do too much, man. He don't have a lot of talent. They still got a lot of good running backs. Aaron Jones and what's the other big guy name?
Dylan.
So yeah, but I think Jordan Love, I mean, he set back. He took the same career path Aaron Rodgers did. He set back 2 or 3 years. Now it's time to play. I think he'll do decent. And I think Green Bay gonna get that division also.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm gonna go with Justin Fields. I'm gonna go in the same division. I think Justin had that year. We kind of down. Well, Nucho kind of down on him. He's not a believer. I think now with an extra weapon. Now, granted, he's a quarterback. He's a highly talked about quarterback coming in. But I think this would be his year. I think last year we saw a glimpse of it on a running end. Get him an extra weapon. I think not division winner, but I think a heck of a lot better than he was last year.
I have noticed the connection him and DJ Moore have. They've been connecting a lot on a lot of big passes. So I mean, it's only preseason. We'll see how the regular season goes. I'm still not sold on him.
Yeah, Zoe agree, man. Justin Fields, man. I think, I mean, I hate it, but because he's in our division, but I'm gonna roll with that one. Next up, we have. So this is another good topic. Which quarterback will have a great debut, rookie or vet? We got a lot of movement around with the quarterbacks. We know Trey Lance won't play. Sorry, Dallas. Trey Lance is not going to play week 1. But you got Aaron Rodgers. You got the first round picks, the quarterbacks, Bryce Young. What's the other guy in Houston? C.J. Stroud.
C.J. Stroud, yeah.
You got Derek Carr in New Orleans. You got a lot of these new places, same faces, new places, new faces in new places.
Right.
Who you guys got? Aaron Rodgers for Zoe. That's That's a safe bet. That's a safe bet.
Definitely safe.
Rodgers. I'm gonna go with my boy Bryce Young. Week 1, Bryce Young plays the Atlanta Falcons. From what I've seen in the preseason, I think he can pretty much hold his own. Atlanta don't have a flashy defense, but Bryce Young is definitely a playmaker. He also completing passes, had a pretty good completion rate in the preseason. So Bryce Young, man.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna surprise y'all with this one. I'm gonna go Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr has some nice pieces around him. Of course, he's going to be without Kamara for a couple of games, but I like the receiving core. If Michael Thomas can stay healthy, that's just another piece. You got the boy that's breaking out. What's his name? Chris Olave. Yeah. He's breaking out for them too. So I'm gonna go with Derek Carr, man. I think he's gonna turn it around out there in New Orleans a little bit.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shock both of you. I'm gonna go with my Madden boy, Anthony Richardson. I think he's going to come out there. He may not beat the Jaguars, but I think he'll look good. I think preseason helped a little bit. We saw some bad passes, but I think we saw a lot of glimpses of what he possibly could do if he keeps his head on straight and not think run first. Get that out your mind. You don't have to run first. Look through your reads. It's different pace. I get you. The Jacksonville defense is okay, but I think he'd have a good start.
So let me ask y'all this: C.J. Stroud played the Baltimore Ravens week 1. Under or over, the Texans can score 14 points.
14? I'm gonna go over, man. I'm gonna start
over.
I'm gonna say 17.
Over? Yeah,
I'm gonna say 17.
17. All right.
17.
That's tough.
All right.
Yeah, he's an NFL quarterback. Granted, that team is a lot of work. But it's
Bro.
hard. It's hard not to score.
It's hard to get 2 touchdowns.
It's hard not to get 2 touchdowns. It's scoring league.
No, as a rookie, it's hard to get 2 touchdowns, man.
Now you're saying 14 points as a team or him producing 14 points. That's 2 different questions. They get a
Okay,
pick.
you're right. Special teams, interceptions. Okay.
I'm still gonna go. I'm producing. He's gonna produce 17 points, man. At least he good for 17, I think.
What do you think, Mar?
My debut QB is gonna be I think my man in Miami is gonna have a breakout season if healthy.
Tua.
Oh, Tua.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about. I mean, yeah, the weapons he got now. They right. If everybody stays healthy, he stays.
It's not really a debut though, is it?
It says rookie or vet.
I mean, I met new quarterbacks, new places.
Oh, new quarterbacks in new places.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron Rodgers.
That's
Safe.
That's
yeah.
safe.
Yeah.
That's
Considering
safe
you didn't
one.
really understand it, that's good backup. Considering the fact.
Right. You know.
Hey, I got an honorable mention though. That boy, Desmond Ryder out there in Atlanta. I think he gonna be nice out there. He got some weapons too to play with too.
Oh, really.
That's a big first week 1 game. We got that prediction down towards the end.
Yeah, the Panthers.
Yeah.
Panthers versus
Falcons. Yep. All right. Which player coach needs to have a big year? Player or coach? It could be a Mike Tomlin who, he's been he keeps getting chances. Granted, a lot of movement in Pittsburgh. That's just an example.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think a player or coach needs this year?
Hey, Trill, you gonna say Mike McCarthy or do I need to say it?
Nah. we already here with that. I'm not think Mike McCarthy.
Okay, I'm gonna say it then. Mike McCarthy, man. I think it's time, especially. See, what he don't understand is that Jerry Jones is really setting them up. Oh, you said you can run the plays, call the plays. Go ahead, call them.
Yeah,
call the plays. I mean, we've been waiting, man. We've been waiting. So I think that Mike, depending on how the season goes, I think he's still going to be granted another year in Dallas. But at max, if he doesn't do well, next year will probably be his last year. But Mike is on that. We need to see something. He's calling the plays now. He has control of the offense. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers and Mike got into it because Aaron Rodgers felt like the plays were too like kiddie, like Pop Warner style. So this is going to be real interesting, man. He has a lot of weapons to play with. I can't wait to see. I can't wait.
Wow. It's kind of crazy. I don't know who I'm going with. I'll let somebody else go first. Let me think about it.
I would say a player for me.
Dave Campbell. Put Dave Campbell up there.
I would say a player for
good
me
money
would be Mac Jones out there in New England.
Take my answer.
He needs to have a big year. Belichick needs to have a big year. Who else would I say? Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson needs to have a big year as well.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I got one little outside the box, and this also goes back to the last question too. We might as well package that together. Your boy Baker Mayfield needs to have a big year. If he don't produce this year, he could see himself out the league.
Yeah. I'm with you on that, Marv. If he don't produce this year, backup is definitely. Now, granted, Baker did look good in preseason. He did. He liked the weapons.
Yeah,
he's throwing it. Baker just got to stay healthy. But yeah, Baker, this is make a break for him. I'm with you on that.
Well, seeing how both my answers were taken, I'm gonna go with Tannehill, Ryan Tannehill down here in Nashville.
Oh yeah,
they drafted Will Levis, backing him up.
Right. But y'all took quarterbacks 2 years in a row, right?
Yeah, and the fact they took Levis,
the writing's on the wall.
Nothing Malik Willis can do, man. Nothing Willis can do. He can't show off his talent. He can't. Well, coach, what you want me to do? I'm sitting behind him. the most game
Scout
manager
team.
of game managers.
Scout team.
So they both need a big year, honestly. Malik Willis need to do some of the practice field. But no, in all seriousness, Tannehill, man, Tannehill is a game manager always to the playoffs. In the playoffs, they just like, you know what? We don't need you. We got Derrick Henry run 50 million times, and they lose by 3 points because they only put up 7. So
would y'all say Deshaun Watson needs to have a big year this year?
Definitely.
No,
he does, bro. He does. Hey, we're gonna have to start calling Deshaun Watson overrated, bro. I'm sorry.
Overrated?
What do you do? Yes.
Oh man, that's
what
tough.
do you do? What do you do? Now, granted, it was his first year back, but this year we got to see something. We gotta see something, man. You on top of that, you're not even in the party city. You're in Ohio, Cleveland. Like you should be in that playbook. You got Amari Cooper, you got a tight end, you got a running back. No excuses. We got to see something, man.
All right, what about your boy, Kirk Cousins? We all love him from the show.
Yeah,
but
he needs to have a big year.
Not getting the.
He's not getting the. Kirk Cousins is good in my book. Yeah, I'm good with Kirk, man.
I mean, you just gave Hopkins the highest paid tight end in history. You got Justin Jefferson. You still got I don't have that thing anymore. They have they got really Dalvin Cook, so a lot more pressure on him get the job. And they always come.
It is true.
So I think he has to have his year, or he's gonna start looking at quarterbacks themselves. He's not getting younger.
Nah.
And then Justin Jefferson about to get paid too, so gotta do something. He's playing mid at best. Like he's like middle of the pack, and they're okay with it because he hides behind. He's in the middle of the good players and the bad players, right there in the middle. So I think he gets away with that because everybody's looking at everybody else.
Odell Beckham needs to have a good year too. For what they paid him for 1 year, he needs to have a good year. He needs to have a big year.
Odell Beckham gonna be in Baltimore for 1 year.
All right, what about
you better ball out for that 1 year too.
What about Daniel Jones?
Who?
Oh yeah,
Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Hey, Trill. Trill, ain't you happy Dallas traded for Trey Lance and not what's his name? What's the backup for the Titans? Malik Willis.
Oh yeah,
they would have showed up with Malik Willis. I would have been pissed off.
Man, don't do it like that, man.
Hey man, I would have been pissed off. Hey, they signed Dobbins because they said they didn't feel comfortable with Malik throwing the football.
That's crazy.
As a quarterback, bro.
At the end of the year,
as a quarterback, bro. He's a starting quarterback in NFL.
That was tough, man. I felt bad for this, man. He just knew he was gonna play in the playoffs. Nope. Bring in the guy who didn't play. Hold on now. Just hold on 1 second. All right. I guess we start with our first prediction, man. We're gonna give our bold prediction for MVP. Most likely, as the league is all about scoring points, it'll most likely go to a quarterback. We can pick a quarterback and we pick somebody outside the box if you want to, or however you want to do it.
Man, MVP. I mean, obvious. It could possibly be Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen is a name I would put out there. But if I had to somebody I would root for would be Lamar Jackson. I would love Lamar Jackson to shit on the NFL and just play with that chip on his shoulder and just somehow come away with the MVP. I would love to see that. If I had to choose somebody outside of the quarterback position, MVP, I'm gonna go Michael Parsons. I think Michael Parsons gonna have a hell of a year. I mean, if not defensive player of the year, I think he has that in the bag. But I would love to see, something like an MVP for him too. So,
right.
Okay.
No, Michael Parsons, that'd be big. Outside the box, I'm gonna go with Tyreek Hill. If Tyreek Hill can have a healthy Tua, I think he could easily go over 2,000 and maybe 19, 18 touchdowns. Easy. He played a lot last year with a backup quarterback, and still, what did he have, like 18,
Yeah.
17? He was up there. So I'm gonna pick Tyreek Hill, man, because I mean, the cheetah, you can't stop him. You can only contain him. Really, you can't stop him.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts has the tools
You gotta
to,
chill with this.
huh?
You gotta chill, bro.
I mean,
You
I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I like. I think he could be the one who, if not Mahomes, if not the other guys you name, I can see him making that jump and getting MVP. Him,
Yeah.
and if I had to choose another one outside of quarterback, uh, shoot, I don't know. I can see possibly Justin Jefferson, maybe, or man, I'll tell you what, man. I think my person, and you guys are Cowboys fans, you know more than me. But I think Pollard having that number one spot, I can see him doing big things, receiving and running. Like yards,
Absolutely.
I can think he could lead the league in yards of scrimmage for sure.
agree.
And that offense, being able to be able to do both things, catching and running, I can see him possibly being whispered if everything goes great. That's my prediction. I don't know what happened. Marv. Nope. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna start off. We're gonna pick our predictions for the division, and we're gonna kick it off with the AFC East. The AFC East. Let's see if I can get a better breakdown. Nope. All right. AFC East, which has
That'll
the
be the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and the Jets.
Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. Who do you have out of those four, fellas? I'm gonna write this down.
I'm taking Bills.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo too. I think New York will be right there behind them, but I'm gonna go ahead and just go with Buffalo.
Oh, whoa! The Aaron Rodgers guy. Wait a minute. I think the Jets is in this division. You giving up on
Now, I
them?
ain't said they wasn't gonna make the playoffs. Now,
Okay, you just say
yeah,
they're not going
they're
to
gonna
win
be
it.
right there. But I mean, division wise, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Buffalo. I think that's Josh
This
Allen to lose.
yeah, this division, man, is crazy because this is one of the toughest division in AFC.
Yeah,
The AFC got really like two powerhouse divisions right now. This one of them with Miami, the Jets, of course, and then Buffalo, and then the Patriots. Nobody's really looking for the Patriots at all.
Nah,
But it's all about the Jets, Bills, and Dolphins. I'm going with the Bills though. I'm going with Josh Allen. I just like how the team looks, but yeah, I think the Bills will get it. I'm not sold completely on the Jets, man. I don't know. I got to see him in action. I definitely got to see him in action. I do like Aaron Rodgers though.
all right. Well, I'm gonna go outside the box on this one. And I'm taking the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins stay healthy. The firepower they have, the defense is underrated for sure. I could see them sweeping one of those teams. I could see them sweeping possibly the Jets, possibly.
Right.
I think the Dolphins, if healthy, especially if Tua, can take the division. Could be wrong.
Right.
Might be wrong. Hella
Right.
wrong. But
Right.
somebody got to think
Okay.
outside the box a little bit.
Okay.
All right. To the AFC West, which is the Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, and Broncos. Raiders, Chargers,
tough one.
Chiefs, Broncos. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos. I know who I'm not going to pick. Broncos.
Oh, okay.
Man, it's got to be the Chiefs, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the
I'm around with the Chiefs, man.
I think the Raiders' best shot was last year or year before last. The first year they got Devontae Adams. I think that was their best shot to make it. I don't believe in Jimmy Garoppolo at all.
Yeah.
Chargers, man. Chargers, like Nucho, he exposed them. Who did they beat? Who the Chargers.
Speaking of the Chargers, that's another player that needs to have a big year too. Is Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert, yeah, man, he's over. He's definitely overdue. He's definitely overdue, man. Like we need to see. I mean, not even a playoff run, just like a signature win. You don't remember nothing. You don't have no memory of Justin Herbert. Like there is no Justin Herbert game that comes to mind. Not saying he hasn't had those moments, but I don't remember no Justin Herbert moments. I know that he's a promising young star, and they got a good team. He added more weapons with the TCU wide receiver. So, yeah, we need to see some. But I'm picking Kansas City. Who you got, Trill? I'm picking KC.
I'm gonna go to Chargers.
Whoa!
Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and say Justin Herbert does have that year. I think the offense will be unstoppable. I mean, they got the weapons, they got the pieces on the offensive side of the ball, and of course, they got some nice defensive players as well. You still got Derwin James. You know what I'm saying? Mac.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's easy to say the Chiefs. I want to say I think the Chiefs could slightly struggle just a tad bit, just enough to where the Chargers can maybe take them, by a game or two for that division. So I'm gonna go to Chargers again.
Yeah.
Hey, I chose them last year. They stunk up the joint from me last year. All right, we'll move on to the. Oh, we got a comment. You said don't do it. I'm assuming you're talking about the Chargers. All right, on to the AFC North, and that is who's the AFC North?
You got the Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and the Steelers.
Black and blue division. Yeah, Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals. This is a little tougher than.
It is. It's a lot of powerhouses in the AFC, man.
Yeah,
a lot of powerhouses. AFC like the SEC.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens, man. I think coming back tomorrow, sitting on a whole year, getting healthier. Everybody seems to be healthy on that team. J.K. Dobbins. It was a year where everybody had about 15 running backs. I think that time was over with. Well, they got what's the little kid? Not little kid. The receiver is it Zay Flowers. The defense is still. I think the defense is still good. I think Lamar Jackson come back. He's gonna have a big season, hopefully, and take the division. Just because I know at some point, I hate to say it, Brooks, close your ears. At some point, what's the quarterback's name? Burrow's gonna take some kind of nick here and knack there. He'd be out 2 or 3 games, and I think that could be the 2 or 3 games that can hurt them.
He's already banged up, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It's questionable.
Yeah,
it's questionable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Cincy. It's gonna be a close race with them and the Ravens, but I think when it comes down to it, I'm gonna go with the better quarterback, and I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow. I think it's his division to lose. But the thing is, he has to stay healthy. We already talked about it. He is a little banged up right now. But if that offensive line can hold up and protect their quarterback, I think the Bengals win it, that division.
Yeah. I'm going outside the box, man. I'm riding with my boy Pickett.
Whoa.
And George Pickens, man. Now I hear people sucking their teeth, man. Hey, man. Hey. Okay. So Pickens is a tough wideout, man. The Steelers also have a decent defense. And you got Najee Harris at running back. They just need Cody Pickett just to do enough. If Cody Pickett can just do enough, we'll be fine. They'll be fine, man. I think that they could beat pretty much any team in that division. I think so. I think the Steelers could beat any team in that division. With Najee Harris, George Pickens, the defense, I think they could beat any team in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if they stepped up and took the division this year.
Do you believe in Deontay Johnson?
I do. I do. I think. Well, so this is what I think. I think that George Pickens is going to take a lot of double team this year because we started to see like he's that guy. Like you, 1-on-1 isn't enough. We all saw the training camp catch that he had. 1-on-1 coverage is not enough. So I think with him taking more of the double teams, it'll open it up a lot more from Johnson. Don't forget about the tight end, and then don't forget about the running back, Najee Harris. So Cody Pickett got a lot of options to play with. The tight end is very good. The tight end is very good. The tight end might
who's it?
The second best in the division.
Listen, let me ask you this question real quick.
Yeah.
How many wins will it take to win this division?
I think this is going to be a dog fight division, honestly. I don't think the Ravens might be a little overrated. I'm going to be honest. I still see Lamar Jackson underthrowing Odell. He didn't look happy. Odell didn't look happy, man. And then, like you said, with Cincy, we never know with Joe. You never know with Joe. I love Joe. Joe's a great quarterback. I love Joe. But you never know with Joe. You never know with Joe, man. So I think the Steelers can slip up.
How many wins?
I give them 9 to 10 wins.
To win this division?
To win this division. Yeah.
Heck, no.
Yeah. I don't think this division is going to be one of those, like, I don't see a team out of this division.
They're going to beat each other up, but one team going to flop.
Hey, I don't see a team out of this division winning more than 12 games.
Oh, wow. That's a big.
This is a close.
This is a dog-dog division.
I'll give you that.
This is a dog division.
I don't think maybe that's possible, but
it is.
I think the division winner gonna have what I was gonna say was 11 or 12. It wouldn't surprise me if the division winner had 11.
Yeah, these teams are not. Who you taking on?
AFC North. I'm gonna go with Joe Cool. I think the Bengals gonna take it.
Okay, not a bad one. So nobody believes in the nobody believes in the Browns, huh? All right, move on to the AFC South, man. That is the Titans, the Jaguars, the Colts, and the fellas.
Titans, Jaguars, Colts, and Texans.
Yep. Yeah. The Texans, Jaguars, Titans, and the Colts. Who you got? This is probably a little tougher too.
Is it though?
Colts gonna get off to a slow start if they don't get JT.
It's one team.
He might get traded, so I'm counting the Colts out. Rookie QB, count them out.
I'm going to put it out there. I'm gonna go. Let's not sleep on the Jaguars here, man. Let's recognize the Jaguars and that young quarterback that they got, and then the pieces they added on offense with Calvin Ridley. I think Calvin Ridley is gonna have an amazing year this year. You know what I'm saying? He's removed from that suspension, and he has a quarterback. He has a good quarterback to play with. I think that duo is gonna, they're gonna cause some hell in that division. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm gonna go with the team that has the best coach in the division. That's the Titans. We got to go with the Titans, man. D-Hop. Also, we got the Henry at running back. You still got the young kid from last year from Arkansas. He got to step it up this year.
Who's their signal caller?
Tannehill.
Okay, it says enough.
Tannehill is good in the regular season.
I'm going with
the He's good in the regular season. Tannehill is good in the regular season, man. I'm just saying.
Jags all the way.
I got the Jags too. We go ahead and move on to that.
If Tannehill was that dude, why did they draft Will Levis?
It's time. It's time. It's time. The age.
He's done.
It's time, man.
He's done. Not time. He's done. His time is over.
I'll tell you this. Every Tennessee fan knows this. Tannehill is a fighter. He's a fighter. What they did with drafting that quarterback, watch how Tannehill come out this year.
Hey, it's a whole lot of fighters that's out here. They fighters, but they don't got no belts.
Viz, you know
you gonna win.
You know, Viz.
I can't tell.
Who you got, Viz?
I said the Jags. That was real quick. I like
Titans, man. Let's go.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Titans won because they have, they've been that team for a couple of years in the division. I just think I don't know. I just think the game management for him in big games is
Hey,
trash.
Hopkins
Tennessee is where
with
wild
Henry.
come to die. They know he came to the Titans. Who's the last big star that came to the Titans after last big star Randy Moss?
Andre Johnson. What's the name?
Andre Johnson was one.
I'm saying, man. The
Hey,
Titan fans weren't happy when they got D Hop. It's another receiver coming to die.
the Jags is not a
Julio.
bad pick because
Yeah,
Doug Peterson is a good coach. Doug Peterson, he's a good coach also. He's a good coach.
A Super Bowl
But,
winning coach. On top of that,
I'm riding with the Titans, man. Also, can I say one thing? The Titans head coach, this is why he's so great. He put I believe it was a defensive coordinator of color. He let him coach like a couple of preseason games. Did y'all know that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You give my boys looks.
What is that? The transfer to Herbs or?
It's just the reason why he's a good coach, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good coach. I like.
He's a good guy, man. Yeah, he's a good guy.
I think he's waiting for the boy to leave too. Just a matter of time. All right, on to NFC East, man. It is the Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, and the Commanders. I think I know what two of the guys are going to pick. Say it's chatting. It was just a tidbit that nobody asked for. That's a tidbit.
hey, you ain't lying, bro.
Talk about me earlier.
Not
Oh
lying.
God. We've been on here for about 7 minutes.
Talking about the Titans head coach.
All right, bro.
Let's go, Tennessee.
I don't want to hear nothing about that ever again.
Oh man! All right, who y'all got, man? Y'all know who's in this division.
Let Mar go first on this one.
All right,
let me go first. Y'all want to hear me call the Commanders out again, don't y'all?
I mean, I would hope you wouldn't, but
forgot about that.
Well, no, we're gonna swerve, man. I still think the Eagles. Eagles showed me something last year, and still I think they're gonna be the favorites. Gonna have to see about them Cowboys. So I'm going with the Eagles.
I think division-wise, I think this is do or die for the Cowboys and win this division, man. I think, like I said earlier about Mike McCarthy and possibly need to move on. Dak looking over his shoulder at the young kid. A lot of pressure from around the whole team. That's why I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I think they're going to take over this division early, set the tone early. They have to. They're going to have to. You can't get a late start, especially with the Eagles who can catch fire easily.
Well, Stephen A would be like, hey, when Dallas is expected to do something great, that's when it don't happen. But that's just Stephen A though.
Think of a quote.
Hey, I'm going with Dallas also. I'm going with Dallas.
Well, one thing I will say about the NFC East is 2 teams out of this division will be in the playoffs when it's all said and done. That'll be the Cowboys and the Eagles. I'm going to go with the Cowboys just because when it's all said and done, Cowboys defense is going to be number 1 in the NFL. And that defense is going to win us a lot of games. I'm going to go Cowboys, man. I'm going to go Cowboys.
Nobody mess with the Giants?
No, I think that was
close, but I ain't messing with
that was a one and done with them. That was too much of Barkley. When Barkley went out, they struggled. Enough said. NFC West, that is the 49ers. Is the
Cardinals,
Rams,
San Fran, and I'm forgetting somebody.
Seahawks,
Niners,
and the other two he said.
Man,
I think that's probably like the weakest division.
it is. It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they can have two playoff teams too.
they won't though. They won't.
So you
And
said
who's the? You think the Rams can make it?
no? I think
Probably Seattle.
Seattle and who?
49ers.
49ers.
I mean,
I ain't sold on. I mean, I think that was lightning in the bottle for Geno. I ain't sold.
Oh wow.
Man.
Okay.
I'm going to 49ers.
That's my pick too.
49ers is my pick.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Around
mine
with
too.
49ers. Yeah.
I think teams gonna be more prepared for Geno this year.
Definitely. Although, I mean, are we sold on Brock?
Sold on
Sold on their defense.
Yeah.
How many wins y'all give the 49ers this year?
I give them 11,
I
12.
give them 10.
The defense is so good. Offensive weapons are good. I mean, Brock Purdy just can't lose the game.
11 or 12.
Yeah. Who you pick for wins division, Marv?
Niners for the sweep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, NFC North. The Lions, Bears, Vikings, and the Packers. Who you got?
I'm going Detroit.
All right.
Obviously, the NFL think Detroit is gonna make some noise. You know, they opening up the NFL season this year against the Chiefs. I love the additions that they added on offense. I like the boy Gibbs, you know, with the little running back that they got. I think they're gonna ride that momentum that they got last year. I think they'll come around, mess around, and have about 10, 11 wins to win this division. I'm not sold on Jordan Love. I think the Bears are up and coming, but with experience, I think that'll kind of hurt them in the long run. Watch out for Detroit, man. I think Detroit gonna make some noise this year, man.
I'm gonna pick Detroit. A lot of people are still holding on to the Purple Gang, but really last year was a fluke. I mean, they that game in Buffalo, they won a lot of games that they wasn't supposed to. They won one on Detroit that they wasn't supposed to win. So I don't think that the Vikings, whatever their record was, 12-5, 13-4, whatever that was last year, I think that ain't happening again. So I'm riding with Detroit. I like what they did on defense. You know, I think Jack Campbell is going to be impact player. Those free agents they picked up, even though one of them got hurt in the secondary, I think all of that is going to help. I think you see Hutch, you know, he doing his thing. He going crazy. Take another step forward. And it's Lions all the way for me.
I'm going with the Lions.
Okay. Didn't the Lions start off like 1-6 or something?
That was a fluke.
Last year.
That shouldn't have happened. We lost games.
But what team is the real fluke?
Ooh.
I think it's the Vikings because the Lions showed down the stretch. They went down there and put a bullet in Aaron Rodgers when he had playoffs on the line.
They did play Aaron Rodgers great
on his own field.
They did. Was it like 2 games? Was it like 2 games they played them good? You're right. You're right about that.
I think that first half of that season was just tough, man. I don't know what happened, but they flipped the switch. I think once they fired the one brother. It had nothing to do with anything. Once they fired him, I don't know what happened in the locker room. I don't know what happened. Somebody had to go, and the light switched, and then we went on that run. And unfortunately, we missed out on the playoffs because of doggone Geno Smith. But hey, man, I picked them to win the division too.
I mean, yeah, they wasn't supposed to lose this. The Seahawks that game.
I'm going with Green Bay. I've been saying it. You know, Jordan Love, I think he's going to come out, do his thing. I think he's going to be better than at least Jared Goff. I don't trust really Justin Fields in Chicago. They still trying to put the team together, trying to learn each other. And,
What's his percentage? That's all I knew to care
Yeah,
about.
you're right,
Justin Fields'
right. Just
percentage.
to feel the percentage, man. I like Kirk Cousins. I like Minnesota, but I think they're gonna realize how much they missed Dalvin Cook this year. Matson is good, but if y'all don't remember, was the guy that twerked in the end zone after that touchdown. I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
He'll let
I
things
don't
go,
trust
man.
him.
He does not let
I don't trust him, man. Because I heard the game mic, when they be having players mic'd up for sound.
Mm-hmm.
So he came to the sideline and they were like, bro, why'd you do that? He's like, man, I'm trying to go viral. Dalvin Cook looked at him like, bro, I still don't understand why. I still don't understand. That wasn't the right move. That wasn't the right. He said, I'm trying to go viral. I don't trust him.
I think he got there, and he got on the spot. Didn't know what to do, so his instincts kicked in.
He knew what to do. Nah, hell no. Nah. He knew what to do.
Your first instinct, I'll go with Nucho. I don't trust you.
That was premeditated. That was premeditated.
I don't trust you, bro.
I don't trust him, man. That alone is why Minnesota, I won't pick him.
Man, you just let yourself out, man. You can't be mad at that. All right, last division, man. AFC South. The young division. We got Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Buccaneers. Ooh, I don't know who to pick in this division. I mean, on paper, probably. I don't know. Honestly, I struggle with this one.
Who was the best quarterback y'all think in that division? Carr.
Panthers.
I mean, he has the most. Yeah, he has the most experience.
Bryce Young.
You think Bryce Young is the best quarterback in that division? Right now, today.
No way.
All
right. But I'm
circling back to this.
I'm going with the Bucs, man. I'm gonna pick the Bucs. I think that defense is solid enough that Baker Mayfield just do the things he usually does, and just be a game manager. Don't do all that. Just get the ball down the field. You got playmakers.
He can't.
I think he can. I think he knows this is his last chance to be an NFL starter. Starts Sunday. So I'm rolling with the Bucs and that veteran defense. Reminds me of that championship team with the Bucs. When they had the great defense and then they had the game manager quarterback. Who was the quarterback?
Well, Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson. He just did enough.
Now, granted.
No.
That was a Hall of Fame defense. Now,
I'm not saying it's Hall of Fame, but
that was Derrick Brooks, Simeon Rice, Barber. There's a lot of dogs out there.
There's some dogs on this defense. I'm rolling with the Bucs, man.
I hate to do it, but I mean, I got to go with the most complete team in that division, and that is the New Orleans Saints. I mean, with all the other teams in that division, it's a lot of unknown with them other teams. You don't know what you're going to get out of Bryce Young. He's still young. You know what I'm saying? The boy in Atlanta, Desmond, you don't know what you're going to get out of him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just go with the most complete team. I mean, I'm not really a fan of Derek Carr, but I think he's affected enough to win this division. I think with this division, he's going to have at least 9 wins. And I think New Orleans Saints will get those 9 dubs to win this division. So I'm going to go with the Saints.
I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. I know that's a shocker. But I think Atlanta has the tools to win it. They got a outside receiver. They got a solid defense, probably better than solid. Very aggressive defense, and they can run the ball. I think that takes a lot of pressure off their QB. Whereas the other teams in that division, who gonna run the ball? Maybe Kamara, but outside of that, I think Atlanta's got the best running attack, and I think that's why they win that division.
They got 2 good backs. Don't forget about Algier.
Okay.
Yeah.
He don't know Algier.
No, he don't. I gotta go look him up.
He had
Who else got
1,000 yards. He had 1,000 yards last
Yeah,
year.
I know who he is, number 25. Marvin, like, okay, whoever he is.
Don't ring a bell.
Yeah, I'm with I'm going with them Saints. I think Derek Carr.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I like the Panthers and the quarterback, but it's not his time yet. It's not Bryce Young time yet. Derek Carr has the best. I mean, he has the most weapons. I feel like he has the most experience. It's time. They have a decent team. The Saints are a decent team.
His weapons stay hurt, but okay.
I mean, you got Will Smith, also the middle linebacker on defense. You got the young corners. You still got a Honey Badger back there, so they can make some noise. I'm not going with Baker Mayfield.
35.
I ain't going with Baker Mayfield.
All right. Watch. All right. So, in the portion of our show, we give our week predictions for the game. We're doing 6 games this year. That way it's easy for us to tally it up. And we actually going to have a winner of the best record. Winner of our predictions. We're going to keep record, keep the score. And the winner gets something at the end of the season. I don't know yet. Probably let's put in
Before we start, who's keeping up the score? Because last year, we had a little misunderstanding with that.
It's tough. We'll discuss it after the show. We'll discuss it and find out who's doing it. But I think the winner should get 2K VC card. We all playing 2K this year. I think we put up I put up the funds for that $25 VC card for the winner.
I'll match it.
All right. $50
I'll match it.
All right. Anybody else? No, just me and you? All right.
I'll match.
We all in then.
We all match. It's $100.
$100. Okay. We don't need it this year because 2K taxing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing 6 games. Y'all want to throw in games we can choose from. I did this one this week. For next week, we can have y'all throwing games I want to predict. No, you cannot get in on this. You can do it from the outside and play for thumbs up. Just playing, man. So I took everything off. Week 1 predictions. We are going for number 1, game 1, Lions and Chiefs. Thursday night game. Kick off the season. Let's make these real quick. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. It's too much firepower week 1. Not saying the Lions is going to, back down. They're gonna put up a fight, but I think it's just Andy Reid come up with a good game plan to slow down some of our slower linebackers.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs want to win this game, they're gonna have to run the ball 30 times. And I don't think they're doing that. So I'm going with the Lions. They getting the job done.
Yeah.
Mark clearly don't want that VC.
You don't want that VC.
No Jones in the middle. Hey, so we running the ball all day.
Man,
no pressure on the QB.
Pat Mahomes finna have a field day with this secondary. I don't know who's out there. It don't matter. Can't nobody guard Kelsey on Detroit. I think it might be a little tight. I'm not saying a blowout, but I got Kansas City 27-17.
I'm gonna go Kansas City as well. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes, man. First game, he gonna show out. He gonna show up. He gonna show out. As far as running the ball goes, I mean, they got a nice little running back in Isaiah Pacheco. So I mean, they can be a balanced offensive team if they want to, but all said and done, I think the Chiefs win. I'm gonna say 38-24.
All right,
sound like a drubbing to me, but it ain't gonna happen.
All right. Second game I got on here is Panthers Falcons. We just kind of talked about these two teams with 2 new quarterbacks. Well, one rookie quarterback, another second-year quarterback getting his first week 1 start. Who you got?
I'm going Atlanta.
Panthers. Oh, Atlanta.
Go Atlanta.
I got Bryce Young and the Panthers.
I'm going with the Falcons. Starting this thing off right.
I think the Falcons win mainly because they're at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with. I'm gonna roll with the Falcons too. I just think, even though they have a new quarterback, I think they like their weapons more right now. Um, so we move on. All right, game number 3. Bengals at the Browns. Kind of talked about this. Nobody really believes in the Browns. But I think the Browns take this game week 1. I think Deshaun
Stop
Watson.
it.
I think he's
Stop it.
man. He got a nicked up. Already got a nicked up. Joe Burrow. That defense is always been stout. They always had
Bro,
stout.
okay. He's not nicked up anymore. That happened like a month ago.
All right.
He's good. Joe Burrow's
See, on my
good,
fantasy
man.
team, it says he's questionable. On my fantasy team,
Okay.
so I'm rolling with that. But no, I think Brown set the tone, man. I mean, I think they tired of people saying, what we talked about earlier, not being counted in the division.
Browns win this game. I got the Browns. Browns win this game because Joe Burrow starts off slow. It's a pattern with him.
I could definitely see that too. Cleveland's gonna be fired up. The Browns at home. You got to think about all the offensive weapons Cleveland got too. Mari Cooper, Elijah Moore. You know what I'm saying? Nick Chubb. I'm gonna go Cleveland, man. I think it's gonna be a close game. But I'm gonna go to Browns.
Joe Burrow gonna
y'all being disrespectful. Good. Y'all being very disrespectful to Joe. I got to go with Cincinnati, man. It's too many weapons. Too many weapons. Who does Cleveland have on defense?
Everybody.
Joe Hayden ain't out there no more. I'm going with Joe, man. I'm going with Joe, man. I'm going with Joe, Chase, T. Higgins, Mixon, the defense. I'm going with
Myles Garrett.
Miles.
I forgot about Miles.
I forgot about
who's the other guy on the other end?
Judon, Matthew Judon.
Judon on the Patriots.
Not Judon. What's the? Is it Judon?
Is it Smith?
I just saw him last night. Anyway, they got a new linebacker / end. I got the new name. I just played him last night. Anyway, moving on. Dolphins at Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers, man. I'm going with the Chargers, yeah.
The Chargers was a letdown last year. I feel like they're going to try to step it up this year. I'm going with the Chargers.
Nuso, if the Chargers win this game, would this be a signature win for Justin Herbert?
No.
Okay.
I
try to sleep that in there for him, but
beating Tua, I'm not really.
I got
you.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna go to Chargers.
Marv, you said Chargers too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Bills Jets.
Ooh.
Bills
Jets. That's a good one.
That's the Monday night game. I said that the Dolphins was going to win the division, but I'm going with the Bills. I'm going to go with the Bills. Go ahead and take care of them in week 1. I think Aaron Rodgers gets rattled a little bit in this new division. Probably not rattled, but I don't know. I just like the Bills more in this one. No real reason.
I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers and them Jets, man. Everybody loves them some Josh Allen. I'm one of them. But when you look at his numbers, that man loves to throw some picks. And I feel like the Jets are primed to go get him. I'm taking Jets.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jets as well. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be fired up. Look out for that boy Garrett Wilson to have a nice game. The defense, I feel like they got a top tier defense out there with the Jets. I'm gonna go with the Jets, man. It's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the best quarterback that's on the field, the Buffalo Bills. I think we're going to see a little bit of, how Josh Allen play. He's a unique quarterback. The system is unique. he throws some interceptions. He does, but I mean, the offense is crazy, man. The weapons are crazy. I like the Jets too. I do like Aaron Rodgers, but I think they still kind of trying to gel together. So I'm gonna pick the Buffalo for this one.
Speaking of gel together, did Diggs and Allen did they make up?
They good. Oh yeah. They
Okay.
good. They
All
good.
right.
They
Well,
good.
we
No,
go
they
see.
not.
We go
No, they
see.
Yeah, I
not.
watched.
We go see.
I watched the NFL Network the other morning. They said there's water under the bridge. They're ready.
Man, he
They're
called
ready.
that man a liar on Twitter.
Definitely
They
did.
good.
That ain't water under the bridge, bro.
They good, man.
Last game, it's a Sunday night game. I think Cowboys Giants. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
That's a home game for us, right? Or no, we in New York?
It said, dang it.
Hey,
Are y'all at home?
Nah, I don't know where he at. Let me see.
Defense travels anywhere, huh? Neutral.
Who you picking, Trio? I mean, we all know.
I'm going with the boys, man.
Going with the boys, man.
Easy. Cowboys win this game. The defense is gonna dominate Daniel Jones. Cowboys win this game 27-13.
Ooh.
Ucho, do we have to ask you or?
Yeah. Dallas. I got Dallas 35-10.
Damn.
Marv?
I think all my picks are solid. So I can afford to take the risk. Just so if I do hit, I could be up on y'all fools.
Giants, right?
I'm going with the Giants.
Giants. Wow.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to our prediction show. It's been off for a couple weeks, a little rusty, but we'll be back consistently now that football is back. Our plan is to go back weekly. We'll figure out the days we can all come in and do this. We got a lot of things to discuss off air, but thank you for everybody for tuning in. Anybody got any shout outs before we get out?
Shout out to everybody celebrating the holiday today, kicking back with their folks and all of that, and getting their kids ready for school. If they ain't started school yet, I know here in Michigan we haven't started yet. Some of us haven't. So shout out to everybody.
Yep.
Well, I got a big shout out, man. So this past week, well, a little over a week ago, my cousin in Memphis dropped her debut album, The Blueprint.
Okay.
She is a engineer / beat mogul, producer. She does it all. So she's like DJ Khaled, you know what I'm saying? So she got all the best. No, seriously. She got all the best talent from Michigan, all the young talent from Michigan. My cousin, YG Cabo, he's one of the rappers on there. So you got a chance on Tidal. It's on Spotify, YouTube. Man, give her a listen, man. The beats are phenomenal. The rap is phenomenal. Like I said,
Check it out.
She's from Memphis. Man. Her debut album, man. Check it out. Check it out. And with that being said, fellas, we are out. Thank you everybody for tuning in.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.